What's up everyone, welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and that's probably because you haven't hit the bell. Thank you again for all your support. We're so proud of the amazing community that we've built. So just taking a look at Polygon here, and as we can see, it does look as though it is getting a bit of a relief rally today. We've obviously got a bit of a bullish divergence, you could say, with the price action flattening out. Our RSI is moving up though, and potentially we are going to get a bit of a bounce today. You can see we're still stuck under this resistance, looking something like this, where essentially, you know, for a lot of the top cryptos, we are forming this descending wedge. Looking something like this, aren't we, where basically price action is rolling over and we are essentially looking for that little bit of support, aren't we? You can see we've been coming down here. We've obviously had that macro that there's been a lot of bearishness throughout September. Obviously September, typically a bearish period for all financial markets. And you can see for Polygon, it has actually been following its way down, just like a lot of other cryptocurrencies have. Obviously, we've got this A, B, C correction. And now it looks as though we are coiling, looking for a bit of support for that bounce to the upside. Obviously, we are getting quite oversold and overextended to the downside as well. You can see here, if we throw our fib retracement tool on, there's a lot of key levels here that are being respected. We've obviously come up resistance, 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 support, resistance, support. Come all the way up to around 180 here. We roll over all the way to resistance, back down to support. Obviously chopping it up here in and around this previous level of resistance flipped into support, but we lose the support here. We come back down. We actually kind of lose the 038, but we're actually chopping it up in and around that area right now. You can see here, obviously still within this descending wedge as well, basically looking as though we are potentially just moving down further inside this wedge. But you know, considering that if we take a look at the hourly time frame here, you can see that we've got quite a lot of bullish divergences all over the place. Obviously the main one being here when we were rolling over, you can see we've got a very clear bullish divergence here, with our price action going down, getting overextended, but our RSI decreasing in momentum. And obviously over the past few days, we have seen, you know, losing momentum to the downside here on our histogram as well, showing that even though the price action has been trying to push its way downwards, that there's actually not that much momentum to actually justify that move either. So it looks as though we are coming back up and we're trying to retest and break out off of this resistance. You can see here, we have been basically retesting this resistance a bunch of times here, and we've yet to break out of it. But you know, considering we're losing that momentum to the downside as well, if we do come back up here, break this resistance and then retest it as support, obviously that's going to be absolutely golden. The hourly time frame showing us basically, you know, what's been going on fully with what we can see here. Obviously chopping it up in and around this Fibonacci level here. What is this? I believe it's the 038. So it looks as though, you know, everyone's super bearish on Polygon right now, but we think it's looking pretty good, to be honest. It's come down. It's actually been holding a really nice level of support here in and around that, what is it, that $1 in between, I'd say $1 and $1.05. There's a good area of demand here, something like that, where we've been getting a bounce every time. And you know, we've been getting very overextended to the downside, and the bears have been getting quite greedy, and sooner or later we are going to get that bounce. And you know, with Bitcoin doing what Bitcoin did last time, where we went below 30k, everyone thought we were in a bear market, and then all of a sudden we got that huge short squeeze that absolutely wrecked so many people in the market that were shorting. We can see quite clearly here that, you know, if Polygon does start to break out here and do something like this, and Bitcoin does something similar, and then we could be looking at a very nice pump pretty damn soon, because you know, it looks as though we are showing a lot of signs of bottoming out here, basically, especially on this hourly time frame. There are a lot of oversold. Obviously getting oversold this many times, you are going to expect to see a decent amount of a bounce. And we are seeing a lot of bullish divergences, especially on our momentum. So obviously on the histogram on the daily time frame, it looks as though we have been increasing in momentum to the downside. But when you actually look at the minute, smaller time frames, you can actually see that it looks as though we are showing those early signs of bottoming out. And the more oversold that we do get, especially with these bullish divergences, with the RSI starting to come back up, we could be looking at getting that breakout soon and that bounce. So obviously, so many people feeling bearish in general, but we are optimistic. So we'll do short-term price predictions then. If we do roll over again, we've obviously got this very strong support at around $1, where we could see ourselves come down, sweep those lows in and around that area, and then get the bounce and the breakout. But we do strongly think that we're probably going to see that breakout to the upside very, very soon. And if that's the case, then obviously we do want to see ourselves break out, backtest this previous level of resistance as support, and then get that bounce, retake our EMAs, and then get back up towards some of these fib extension targets. You know, we've got the 050 here at around 130. We've obviously got the 618 at 155, and then getting back up towards that all-time high for the rest of the bull run, where we do think long-term price prediction that $5 to $10 for Polygon, very reasonable with an all-time high of $2.70. Obviously, we've got this 227 extension target of $17.50, but we think $5 to $10, which is around a 2 to 4x in the all-time high, is very reasonable, considering how good the protocol is. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos that we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.